What up, world? It's your media arts specialist D.Bail representing for Grussel Media and, of course, the Justo Mixtape Awards. And it's unfortunate that we're here once again to acknowledge the loss of one of the greatest DJs in hip-hop culture, Calvin LeBron, aka DJ Mister Cee. Brooklyn's finest, Brooklyn's own. DJ Mister Cee was a legendary staple of hip-hop culture in so many ways, starting off with his affiliation, of course, with the Juice crew and being Big Daddy Kane's DJ, and then a little bit later on, hearing Biggie's demo, Biggie being the notorious B.I.G., and then basically passing his demo off to Matty C and the good people of The Source, who had a column called Unsigned Hype, where many of the most popular and legendary MCs throughout the 90s were featured on this particular column. The one thing that we could say about DJ Mister Cee is there's none before him, none to come after him. There's no way to quantify this type of loss when it comes to the culture. And I say that because DJ Mister Cee, to me, represented the highest level of hip-hop IQ that one person could possibly possess. He was able to keep himself relevant through multiple eras of hip-hop culture, which is no easy feat at all. From the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s and up until the day that he passed away, he was an integral part of the hip-hop culture and everything that we do involving rap music. He was with 94.7 The Block, which is a radio station in New York City at the time of his passing. And he also was a part of Sirius XM's Rock the Bell radios via LL Cool J. And he was a regular presence there. I know some people did give him his flowers and shout out to Full Force. I saw that they awarded him last year, 2023, with an award that spoke to the testament of all the great things that he's accomplished within the field. He was a 3-time Justo Mixtape Award winner, which during that period of time to win a Justo Award, you had to be somebody of relevance. You had to be somebody that was really honing your craft as a DJ, somebody, of course, who the streets loved and respected, and Mister Cee was all of those things and above. And my first meeting of DJ Mister Cee was actually at the 2005 Justo Mixtape Awards at BB King's in New York City. And that, once again, stands as like my top 3 moments ever working in the industry. Being a part of the Mixtape Awards. Rest in peace to Justo Faison. Shout out to Mike Sisti. Shout out to Bobby Yan. They were responsible for getting me in the building that day. I didn't know what type of role I would play other than doing what I was already doing with my producer Mike Sisti, which was conducting interviews with hip hop and R&B artists on his platform through Comcast Television. He asked me if I wanted to do interviews at the Mixtape Awards, and of course I accepted. I was just so happy to be part of such a major event that every media outlet would cover during that time. Like, Justo really did so much to make sure that people got their flowers, and I'm greatly appreciative that I was asked to be a part of that. So when I show up at the event, I'm basically told, like, you're the guy for Justo. You're gonna do all of the backstage interviews. Now, Mad Links was hosting along with Frank Jugga, and that was the show. But my responsibility was to basically take care of everybody that's coming off of stage or before they get on stage, and to conduct interviews with them. And when I show up to the space in the press area, it's just me and my producer. And they said there's gonna be one more media outlet that we're gonna allow back here. And that other media outlet happened to be the cable network Music Choice. And the host that they had to do interviews on the other side of where I was at was none other than DJ Mister Cee. And that was like a moment for me, because I remember just seeing him come through and seeing the Music Choice staff and crew. And although I had been doing interviews on this show, Where You At video show, for about close to like 6 or 7 months, that night, March 9th, 2005, I felt like, yo, I finally arrived. And then seeing, you know, my counterpart, I guess you could say, on the other side, being Mister Cee, the legendary Mister Cee, it was like, wow. It was pretty cool. So that's when I first met Mister Cee. And, you know, that night is in the books. But Mister Cee, he just was somebody that was just so highly respected and so highly regarded that, once again, you can't replace that loss. He wasn't just a DJ. He was a host. He was an executive producer. He was a talent scout. He was a hip hop historian. He was somebody that really cared about the culture of hip hop. And similar to K Slade, just was a no nonsense type of dude. So let's just get into some facts, some quick facts about Mister Cee, just in case you guys didn't know. So Mister Cee's favorite song of all time was Sucker MCs by Run DMC. Fun fact, believe it or not. Favorite song, yeah, Sucker MCs. His favorite place to shop, believe it or not, y'all should probably know this. It's a spot in Brooklyn, legendary record store called Beach Street. That was Mister Cee's favorite spot. These are just hip hop fun facts about Mister Cee. Mister Cee considered his most special moment to be the success of Notorious B.I.G. is what Mister Cee considered to be his most special moment. Of course, he was a part of the Big Dog Pitbulls, all right? The DJ conglomerate with Funkmaster Flex that hosted some of the illest DJs. And he always wanted to be involved with the radio broadcast and record industry. It was always a dream of his. We know that when it came down to parties and the uniqueness of how he played records, he did it in a way that nobody else did it. And he was very approachable. He was very down to earth. There are mad DJs that had relationships with him. I'm not even going to sit here and act like, you know, that was my guy, like I knew him personally. The next time I ran into DJ Mister Cee is when we were co-workers at Hot 97. And I remember the whole merger of Kiss FM and WBLS, and when we left 3 Park Ave, because I was a WBLS employee, and we merged with MS Communications, and we were basically sister stations with Hot 97. They had like this, like a evening, afternoon type of party get together, and it was lit. I'm not gonna lie, it was like the first time like that we all come together as one, right? And you know, it was Hot 97, it was WBLS, and WLIB, which was the gospel station that we had back in the day. Shout out to LIB, Miss WLIB. But I remember it was open bar, and they had like this big open space that they had created inside the radio station, and they had air hockey and, you know, basketball, shoot hoops, all the little things. I just remember vividly playing air hockey with Mister Cee, and just kind of reminding him that we had met back in 05, you know. And once again, he was a good guy, man. He was a good guy, and somebody that, like I said, really cared for the culture. Like the type of brand ambassador that you would want to have for hip hop, extremely knowledgeable, extremely resourceful, and just nobody had that musical IQ when it came to hip hop. And when it came to like just different genres of music, there was a mix that DJ Mister Cee did that had all television theme shows like the Cosbys, like Family Matters, Full House, and he made that into a mix. Like the stuff that he was doing was just like, it was just definitely different and just outside of the box. Rest in peace to DJ Mister Cee, man. Your legacy is something that will always be remembered. Your legacy will always be uplifted. For those of you that are not too familiar with DJ Mister Cee, of course, you know, we're talking about the Mixtape Awards. We gotta just give 3 DJ Mister Cee mixtapes. Of course, the most official Notorious B.I.G. mixtape, the best of Notorious B.I.G. by Mister Cee. You gotta pop that in your I was gonna say in your tape deck. You gotta put that on your iPod, your MP3, however you gonna listen to that, right? On your phone. It's on YouTube. Cause I remember having the tape, to be real with y'all. DJ Mister Cee, we all know his favorite group is Mobb Deep. So the DJ Mister Cee, best of Mobb Deep, of course. Number 3 for me would be DJ Mister Cee, best of Jay-Z. The best of Jay-Z, I think it was From Marcy to Hollywood was the name of the mixtape. That fire, because Mister Cee always has things that other people don't have. He has a live performance from Jay-Z in Brooklyn in like 1991 or something like that. Like he has all of these like rare exclusive joints. He knows how to track list and put things together. He knows what blend to use to transition into this song, and how to, like, man, there's only one Mister Cee, y'all. Like, bottom line, there's only one Mister Cee. His mixes will give you goosebumps when you got a chance to listen to it, because you just knew how passionate he was about what he was doing. From the old school at noon, he had another show, the Classic Showcase, with the late great DJ Mr. Magic as well on Hot 97, and that's what most people remember him from, spinning on Hot 97. And then Friday night, or Friday late night with Mister Cee was a show that was on Hot 97 where he would interview different celebrities. And I actually put together a best of Friday night with Mister Cee on Hot 97 clip that is on my YouTube, Russell Media. So check that out when you get a chance. And yeah, man, I'm just sending my condolences to the friends and family of Mister Cee, and you will be missed, my brother. Thank you for all the contributions. Let's continue to uplift the forefathers on the DJ side, on the MC side, and give them their flowers while they're here, and even after they're gone, to remember them for their contributions and for the things that they gave to us that will last forever, because music is something that it's here, it's in our hearts.